Welcome to Get Roaring. I am Rory. Fancy meeting you here. How you doing today? I hope you're well. It's time for some NHL franchise mode action. Management action. That's the key there. Music's a little loud today, eh? We good? Let's dial it back a little bit. Hopefully that's better. Morning, El. Good to see ya. Welcome in. Ready for some hacky? Okay. I did some workish on some stuff. So there was a bunch of the conversations, right? And I went through them, and I already went and like. Basically, I'll show you the process because I don't want to go through it with everybody because that's just arduous. But let's say we're talking to Kidney, right? Oh, well, hold on. Let me go back because it's important to look at what they're doing. Or at least this is what I've found. This is my remedial understanding of how this goes. Let's go with view contracts. We still have Rorius wanting an extension. I don't know if we're gonna do that yet. There's some players that are unhappy. Actually, include like we'll look at the if I remember, we'll look at the we'll look at the morale. But where were we? Kidney? Where are you, Kidney? Oh, I also picked up Bear Boulet because Carlo's favorite person in the NHL was Bear Boulet, and he was available on a two-way for like nothing. So I picked him up because I'm like, because Carlo is one of the guys that's not very happy. So where is, what am I doing? Where's Kidney? Kidney? Is he in the NHL? No, can't be. Is he? Kidney? Oh, there he is. Okay. So what I did with each one of them is I went into their profile, and oh, that's why I didn't do anything with Kidney. Okay, but it's a goodish example. But let's say shooting we see it 3 out of 4 scopes, and it's like 3.5 stars. Now, if I had 4 not scopes but binoculars, if I had 4 binoculars and it said 3.5, and I looked at all of the other ones and their binoculars, and they were all 4s for the binoculars of the types, like puck skills, defense, this, that, and the other thing. Then, and shooting was the lowest, right? If shooting was the lowest, then I would go into their interview, and I would be like, hey, I want you to work on this in the off season, and I would choose something related to one of whatever their lowest star value is, like shooting or defense or puck skills. Or a lot of them I did puck skills and skating, and most of them seemed okay with that. Some of them were like, well, I think I'm pretty good, but there's always room for improvement, which is not bad. I didn't get any like you're a jerk, and I'm not doing that. So I went through a bunch of them and handled that. So they all have assignments for the summer to increase like puck skills and skating and whatnot. Or at least most of them do. So I went through all that, and I signed Bear Boulet. I didn't want to sign Rorius because I wanted to take a look at what's going on. Let's take a look at our staff. I think we're okay. We're good for coaches, and we have all 20 scouts. We do. We just have to. Well, we have 1 contract offered. Okay. So after that, hopefully we have all our scouts, and then we're good to go. So let's do a week. I think we're okay for players because we're almost at max. I think our lineout is filled out. Johnny T is an ogre. Johnny T is an ogre. And okay, good. Okay, good. We got the scout. I think we're okay then. I don't know. I don't think I want to do any more trades unless I really see something I like. I don't know much about Tippett at all, so that'd be a very high risk. And for 4 years, I don't think so. I don't want to I don't want to risk that. I think we just go straight to next season and see if the owner's happy about what happened. See if we sell the required season tickets. As Sam Colangelo has been tendered an offer sheet, 1 point for 2 years, but well, just okay, that's easy. Fine. A $1 million match? It's not hard. Not hard at all. Lundstrom and Lundqvist. 5 years on Lundqvist. No. Oh, Akhtiamov. Okay. Berggren? In a third. Take a look in the book. He's 28. I don't know. I'm sure he's fine. They really want to trade Berggren. Oh, he's also... he's got 1 year. 2 seconds, though? I don't know. Oh, okay, well, Akhtiamov is in. Like, I spent some time thinking about it, and I don't want to not play. They really want to trade me Berggren. Why do they really want to trade me Berggren? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing why this is 2 seconds. Well, I don't think we made the season ticket quota. I think it was supposed to be like higher than that. So the owner might not be overly happy about that. Owner's happy. Okay. 20 sellouts to establish home ice, defending home ice, 14 home wins. Team store needs to be nicer. Okay. We can do that. Let's take a look at our lines. Now it feels like the music's way too quiet. I don't know what happened there. Okay, hold on. Maybe it just started off ripping. I don't know. Let's try head coach preferred lines. Okay. That's more in line with what I was thinking. Defense. Rorius, T-Bone, Carlo, Joseph, Whitecloud, and Miller, all fine. Larson and Patrick Kane are scratched. Who's not here? Who should be here that's not here in the system? Lucius, who just actually recently retired, which is kind of crazy, is not there. Colangelo I kind of like. Lalonde is down here. I don't really see Lalonde making the lineup, but we'll try. We'll see what he does. I kind of want these three up. Who else do we have in this in NHL that's kind of meh? Ooh, that's a tough one. We have 24 players up here. if I bring these three up. Burkott can go down. We may have too many players. Well, you know, Colangelo is on a one-way. Let's back up for a sec. Colangelo we should have, I think. Adam Larson, I'm not sure what to do about. This is his last year on his contract. He's basically just taking up salary. I don't know. I don't know if there's really a spot here for at the moment for Colangelo. I mean, technically, I guess Bear Boulet. But I'm kind of hoping he gets... Carlos Morale is up, though. So that's good. I guess we start the season as is. I don't know about I don't know about Lalonde though. I don't know where he goes. If I recall though, I think he's pretty young. Is he 17? He's 18. I feel like he's going to be pretty good, though. That's a tough one. I think we just go over Adam Larson for the moment. I don't know. Maybe? I kind of want to see what Holmberg is. I think for the preseason, we'll switch those two. Carlo might be sad about it, but, you know. Alright, let's go to edit lines. I want to see what Lalonde is. Yeah, we maybe we'll see what we do before the season starts, because this is just preseason. I just want to see if we can get like an idea of where Lalonde is in terms of his skills. I have a feeling Simon Knack is not as good as advertised, so we're just gonna leave him in the lineup so we figure out who he is, and then we'll go forward. Because right now we have Lucius Larson and Patty Kane scratched, and we kind of know what all those guys are. All right. Defense, I think we're good. Larson is our 7th, which is fine, and the goalies are the usual, so we'll continue with that. Best lines for Moncton. Jaeger is still one of the ones that I'd like him to be doing better, but I guess he's a depth forward at this point. Kidney's there, Colangelo, Bear Boulet, like, we got a bunch of guys that are, you can call up. Walzer also have to figure out where he's at. You know, he was a 2nd overall pick. I would assume that he could play in the NHL. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Do we put... Maybe we put him in over Colin Miller just for now? And see where he's at? Yeah, let's do that. Let's move Larson down. We may need to rejig this for... start of the season, but for now I want to see where Walzer is. All right. Best lines for Moncton. Because I'm not too worried about who Colin Miller is. I think we all know. Let's actually put Walzer here. For now. And we'll put Joseph with White Cloud. There we go. Okay. Now let's see what we got in the preseason. Set captains. Johnny's got an A. HB's got an A. Hospicel's got an A. We don't have a captain right now, but that's fine. We can go with 3 A's. I'm good with that. Okay. Before we get going, budgetary concerns and all that, we definitely need to sell tickets. So, let's go with our marketing budget to begin with. Obviously, we have 100% for season ticket sales. That is going to change drastically. Fortunately, we only got to about 50%. So we're going to dial this all the way down to 10. So we still have some budget there. But this is going to go up to like 50%. Of our budget's going to go to ticket sales because the owner wants it. The rest we can put into general advertising. Actually, we're going to go a 5% more there. All right. Also, we're going to amp up the promotions because we want people coming to the games. Operations budget. Go travel. We have to fix our scouts and their positioning. Up our scout budget. Our coaching budget can stay minimum. Advertising has to stay up. Arena operations. We do have to upgrade one of our units there. So let's save a budget first for now. And upgrade and maintain. Team store. Upgrade. Good. Repair. 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 You know how it goes. Might run out of cash here. Yep. It's always the bathrooms. It's always the bathrooms. Okay, somehow we have to find about 300 grand. I guess promotions. I guess those get hit a little bit. Is that enough? Might not be. Just put it back in once we're done. Bathrooms? Repair. Okay. Now we can go back. We can take this out. And we can go promotions and advertising. Okay. For promotions, let's let it do the auto promotions. Upgrade and maintain budget. We do need to do our scouts. Just a sec. Okay. Sort by region. No, we're not hiring. Rory, what are you doing? Honestly. Honestly. Coaching staff. Coaching staff. Science scout. Okay. Okay. Here. We have a lot of NHL scouts. One of them can go. I think one of them was good. We have 2 in the W, 2 in the O, 2 in the Q. U.S. Central. We need 1 in Russia. Are any of you familiar with the Russians? C minus? E. D. D. Okay. Not what I was hoping for. A plus, is that our actual Russian scout? No, the NLA scout. Okay. Our European scout, I think we're going to move to Russia. I don't know. 54, 28, 6. We actually might be okay. They're actually good in the NLA. Okay. I think we might be okay. I don't know. I like having 2 in Russia. But they're good in NLA. Okay. Let's get our North American scouts settled for the moment. And then we'll figure that out. We have Pacific Central North. Pacific Central North. Pacific Central North. They would be good in the Atlantic. So we will move them to the Atlantic. AHL. Atlantic. Is that the Atlantic? Yes. Then we have Pacific Central Metro Atlantic. Do you fit anywhere else? Do not fit in Europe. They're good in the O. Actually, we're gonna move them to the Central. Are you good somewhere else? Good in the dub. What do we got in the O right now? Oh, B minus and a C. Okay. Let's move you to the O. Which one of you is better at the O? You're better at the dub. Who's in the dub? An A minus and a B minus. I think we go to the O. It works. Okay. And our C, is our C good anywhere else? US Central. Not really Europe. How's our US Central person? Pretty much that. I think maybe I just have an extra scout in the O this year. I'm fine with that, actually. I think I'm just going to go with it. Alright. Alright. I think we're... Oh yeah, I wanted to do promos, but let's get to the... Let's get past the auto creation of promos and then see if we need to apply any more. Because definitely want to see if we can... Yep, owner's happy about that. Owner happy is amazing. 20 sellouts, 18 home wins. Okay, so they've increased their requirements. Alright, what do you want, coach? What do you want? We have a great opportunity to focus on winning and run this team the way we want. Let's establish our goals. Season goal. Some kinks to work out, but the team is good enough to compete for a playoff spot. That is my goal. Yes, I agree with that. That's fine. Preseason? Focus on conditioning. I had a lot of guys that were skating, but it'll affect puck control. So that was something that I did adjust. Don't want to reduce speed. I do want to increase morale. I do want to increase morale. Because morale has been an issue. And I don't want players to be disgruntled. I don't want them to have issues. Rasmus Sandin could come back. No, it's not happening. Thank you. Wow, people want Bear Boulet. Okay. Did they do the promos? I didn't see that come up. Maybe I just clicked past it. That's highly probable. All right. Do. Promotions. Does that happen through the preseason? I do want to make sure, like, our wow. What's our budget? We can do like only 4 promotions, basically. I think we want to place them throughout the season. But I'd like to do them with rivals. Do a bunch of bobbleheads. I think we do against Ottawa. No, we'll do against Toronto. Actually, I expect those games to sell. Ottawa, maybe not. So we'll do Rorius Vineyard bobblehead. Against Buffalo, we'll do Eggs McMuffin bobblehead. Oh wow, we're in April already. Okay. Do once every month here. You know what? We'll do a weeknight. We'll do Minnesota. We'll do A's bobblehead. I have one in January. December is really light for games. Like, I don't know. That's weird. Seattle will do a hat giveaway. That's awesome. Or do we do one? We do... That'll be 3:30 or so. Maybe we do a scarf giveaway. And in November, San Jose. Let's do Tampa. Tampa will do a puck giveaway. There we go. That'll be good. Save and exit. Okay. I don't know if it did that last year. Normally I don't really care about the promotions, but we do need to sell games, so... Okay. Let's get through our preseason and see where people are at. We've already done that, but we can sort of steal from the promotions a little bit and put in the advertising. Should be fine. October 10th, okay. We're gonna do some seeing what's going on before that happens. Okay. 4-2-1, not bad, not bad. Good start. All right. Did we finish our merchandise stuff? Maybe we did. Because we can't be charging too much for this stuff. We can't make the fans being unhappy. Let's just make them all 135 for the kids. 135. A Rorius Vineyard jersey. Goodness, am I getting a cut of that? What's up? Make them $3.99. Still making good money off them. We want people to think they're getting value. That'll help with their fan happiness. Pretty important. I'm hoping we're more of a winning team this year. Its home jersey is 89. We'll go with 79. A jersey 79. It's interesting though, because like this seems like if you're looking at it for the first time, you're like, this is kind of frivolous stuff. But this goes a long way for fan happiness. And like when you're trying to not get fired, if the fans are happy, then that's good. that helps your situation. And people not spending as much money is usually a good way to help that. It's one thing if the team's not winning, that's hard to overcome in general. But if people feel they're getting at least value out of what they're doing, then that helps a lot. $49. Oh, 65. 49. Just below the expected. This is gonna have to go way down. 89. Go with 99. Below. Okay, good. We want the fans to be happy. Set price. I should just double check tickets. Okay, game tickets. Yeah. Game tickets we'll leave as is. People are happy with those. Okay. Now let's see where the team is at. Lalonde is an 80, so I think he's staying. I don't know about Knack. He fits well-ish on our bottom lines. Turcotte. Does not. Pontus Holmberg, who's making a cool 11 million right now to fill out our budget. Oh boy. Johnny T. Johnny T's on the decline. He may not last in the top 6 for very long. We'll see. Won a Stanley Cup with the Leafs in 24-25. Hey. Defense. What do we got? Walzer? Walzer's a 79. Top 6, so should keep him up. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Walzer with White Cloud. T-Bone's still a top 6. He's better on the second pairing. I think we go Carlo on the top pairing with Rorius. T-Bone with Joseph and Walzer with White Cloud. Offense, we're definitely keeping Lalonde up. Who scratched? Lucius, Kane, and Miller. Is there anybody I want to bring up? Take a look. In the system, we don't quite know about a lot of these guys. I think I'd like to bring up Colangelo though, and I think we put we send Knack down. That's fine. Yeah, I'm good with that. How does Pospisil fit on the third line? I think we want Pospisil on the third line with Lowry and Lalonde. Holmberg I don't really care about. He's honestly just filling, like, you know. He's filling salary cap. Is what he's doing. Urquhart. I don't really... Well, Holmberg fit. He's a right winger. Colangelo, right winger. I kind of want Lucius in there. Best lines for Moncton. Do. I think there was Wasselin was scratched there. Yeah, he's probably going down. That's fine. Okay. Okay. I think I'm good with that. I don't want to view lines. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's go back to the big boys. Edit lines. Put Lucius in with Colangelo and Holmberg for now, and we'll see where things go. Okay. Well, do you think that works? Do you think it's good? Season goals. Man, there's a lot. Okay. Maybe we do some season goals for some of our younger players. Season as a whole. Award challenge. Oh wow. No. No. Season goals. Long term. That challenge. 50 goals, 60 assists. Hmm. 50 goals is high. He's not going to be in the face-off circle as much. Season goals. What's in the short term? $25 goals in the first half, 30 assists. That's basically the same. I don't know. How did he do last year? I guess I need to sort of figure out where they're gonna go. Like, what are we looking at from last year? Back injury? What? Okay. Interesting. I mean, there's a lot more depth in this. Let's take a look. What kind of goals do we think is achievable, though, compared to... Well, if we have H.B, Eggs, and Days playing together... What did Days do last year, for example? 14 goals, 43 assists. Maybe we challenge Days to do the 60 assists. Like, Eggs hasn't done 25 or 30 of anything over half a season, let alone double that. Days may be able to do the 60 assists. HB was scoring 50 in like the O, but he had 30 and then 16. Last year was a bad season though, so it's kind of hard to judge there. I don't think we want to make him give him a stat challenge this year. Rorius. I don't know what defensive ones we get going here. Hits and blocks we might be able to do. Let's see if we can do like 100 blocks for Rorius. What about T-Bone? Can we do like hits and blocks for them? I wonder. Okay, so Days we're gonna try assists, because I think he can do it. Season goal, long term, stat challenge, assists. Okay. Let's try Rorius. Season goal. Long term. Stat challenge. Assist plus minus block shots. I think we could do one block shot. He could do that easily. 2 block shots per game might be hard. Risk of reward, though. Let's try it. Why not? Let's see if he can do it. And... did my music just die? No, it was... there we go. At the end of a song. There we go. And we wanted to do T-Bone. Similarly. Where are you, T-Bone? There you are. My season goal. Long term. That challenge. We'll do 1 block shot per game for him. I think he can achieve that. Okay, because he's gonna probably get less ice time not playing on the top pairing. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good for the regular season. Let's do the home opener versus Utah. Actually, we'll do Buffalo. Buffalo's right here. Snack is in. Let's double check our goalies. We should be fine. Our first line is nasty. It kind of drops off after that, but Snack is an 87. Goodness. Okay, well, Snack is fully going, I guess, at this point. 20 sellouts. So half of our home games and 21 wins. It went from 14 to 18 to 21. The owner has some confidence in us. 5-1 win against Seattle to start the season. Oh, Rorius is out. It's a good run. It was a good run. A good run. Maybe we bump T-Bone up just for the time being. Put Colin Miller in. White Cloud goes up. And we'll put T-Bone up. Hopefully, Carlo sort of figures out his stuff. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Why is T-Bone in such a bad place here? What's going on? Apparently he works only on the second line. I'll put Joseph there for now. We might have to figure that out with a conversation or something. But that doesn't look good. Let's take a look at the draft class. I don't know if we have... Again, I don't think we have any custom players left. Yuka Levo. Nice. With all hope, though, we're not looking in this section anymore. So we'll see. That's kind of the hope. All right, let's sim against Buffalo. We should be more of a winning team this year. Let's put it that way. HB opens the scoring on UPL. Zucker gets 1 power play goal. Walzer gets 1 back. Good stuff. 2-1. Big ol' Walzer. Okay, let's continue. H.B Bolton scores again. Maybe that 50 is not crazy talk. Huh? Mangiapane gets 1 back, 3-3. We still got the edge in shots. Zach Whitecloud, what's up, buddy? Defensive defenseman scoring. Our defense is basically a skyline, though. They're huge. Win scores, 4-4. A little power play. Pospisil on the power play. Good stuff. Sprong gets 1 back. 5-5. Back and forth game. Going to OT. See what happens. We're putting the shots on UPL. Shootout. Paige Thompson. Hey, bud. HB 2 goals. Mangiapane with 2. And Zucker with 1 and 1. Lost in a shootout, but you know, Tough loss. Tough loss. It was back and forth. We got Ottawa and Toronto down here. See where things go. Sorny. Not a Sony. HB is out with a sore knee. Your knockoff electronics. Now, who do we put up at the top here for the time being? Maybe Tolviden? Who fits best on the first line? Mr. Line does. How's the Lalonde looking? He fits well on the third line at the moment. I think he's doing fine. I think we leave him on the third line. Maybe Pospisil? It was up to... Yeah, Pospisil. Although Pospisil is doing pretty good on the third. I think that third line I don't want to disrupt. They're fine. Maybe we put Lucius up. I think that might be the... Yeah, that's definitely the ticket. Put Turcotte back in. It's pretty much his job. We'll bump Line A up. Could put Patty Kane in. I don't think so, though. Patrick Kane is really just there in case we absolutely need him. Here. Mr. Line A, line 1. Line A1. Eggs can play center right wing. I think we just leave him. Line A can figure it out on the left. Rorius is almost back. Alright. Rorius is back. We'll, put him back in his spot. Over Mr. Joseph. T-Bone will leave there. Switch him back out. And Walzer I want to leave in. And Miller gets the gate. There we go. How's Walzer looking? Okay. Hard to tell with the way the calendar works. All right, HB is back. How did Patrick Line A1 do? Yeah, he got 6 assists. It's not really what he gets paid money for. How's Lucius doing? Lucius is doing kind of okay. I know we have for another 2 years, though. Our third line is clicking. I guess we just revert everybody, which is fine. HB is going back in his spot. That's good. I think... I really don't want to disrupt that third line because they're doing so well. I'm going to put Lucius here. I'm going to give him Patty Kane. For a little bit. How is the Pontus doing? I think we just bench Pontus, really. All he is he's a salary buffer. That's all he is. It's sad to say. Let's give Lucius Patty Kane and we'll see what happens there. Okay. 5-3-1. Not too bad. A little win some, lose some situation going on. It's fine. 5-3-1 is much better. That's much better than how things were going last season. So I'm not gonna worry too much. Last season was a gong show. All right, let's see how we do in one of our battles of Ontario versus Ottawa. Rank are up to 8 times. Patrick Kane is like, hey, I am back in my spot. Let me score a goal. Norris got one right back, though. Like, first 2 minutes, goals everywhere. Snack let in 2 goals on 2 shots, I think. He's having a rough one. I think Snack might have done his namesake and hit the snack bar a little too hard before the game. I don't know. Zach Whitecloud puts one in. We gotta check the power play after this, I think. See who's on it, see what's going on. Colangelo puts one in, Lowry puts one in. I'm really happy with our bottom 6, actually. I think they're pretty good. They're not like stats rich, but they're playing well. Alright. End of the second, 4-3. Shots are 22-10 though. Snack's having a time. Oh, 5-on-3 for Ottawa. We killed that though. That's good. I'm okay if Snack shuts the door now. Oh, McKenna gets one back, just as I say. Alright, OT. We get the loser point at least. Hopefully we can pull out the win. Shootout time. Batherson, Johnny, and Stutzela. Yeah, we gotta do some special teams editing here, I think. All Ottawa all the time. Unfortunate. Not what I was looking for. I don't know about you. Okay, Walzer's out. That's fine. He's been doing okay. I think he's probably stays in the NHL. I don't think any of our guys are like, we need to send him down. Let's put Miller in for the moment. Are him and Whitecloud both rights? Are. Joseph is... That's not helpful game. You're not doing a thing. Okay, let's get ahead to the Leafs and see if we get anybody back. Leafs are 7-3-0. We're 5-3-2. Let's take a look at our special teams just for a second. What am I doing? Nobody knows. If anybody knew, especially me. I always say it when, for my work and everything, it's like when I wrote this, oh, God and I knew what I was doing. Now only God knows. That's pretty much my life in terms of, you know, work and stuff. Alright, power play. Not bad. I think I'd want the tower of meat in front of the net. I think I'd want Line A there. Hey Cal, how you doing? They are miles better than they were last year. Like far away and beyond. To infinity and beyond. One may say if they were Tim Allen as a space toy. That's kind of where we are. I don't think Tolvin needs to be here either. What is going on with this power play? Although he fits. HB I want on the second unit. McMuffin doesn't actually fit here. Does HB fit? No, kind of. Maybe we put HB in front, put McMuffin on the second. I think that's where that's gonna go. Yes. Yes. I'm very happy with the situation as it is. Tolvanen fits. Does Line fit? Line kind of fits. Maybe we do Line on the second and we do Tolvanen here. Let's do that. So let's replace Line. Tolvanen's the sniper. Distributor is Days. Puck carrier is Days. The formation and the face-off circle. I want Days here. HP goes to the net. Tolvanen's there, and we're going to replace McMuffin and Line. Good. Okay. Now, who do we put on the back end? We have a lot of defensive defensemen. Like a lot. But who has a just absolutely destructive shot? Accuracy is low, power is high. Right defense? Let's go with T-Bone and see if he fits. Does not. Let's see about Carlo. It might be Miller, but we'll see. Carlo kind of fits. Let's try Miller. Or Joseph. Either or. I'm not really picky. Joseph doesn't fit. Miller? Doesn't fit. Okay. If anything, if nobody's going to fit, I probably want T-Bone on there because his shot is insane. So, let's go with T-Bone. And now we just want somebody instead of McMuffin that just fits. Somebody that moves. Maybe we put Patty Kane. Let's put Patty Kane, see how that goes. That's good enough, I think. Or do we want to give Lalonde like some time? Maybe we do that. Lalonde? Lloyd? Where am I looking? Am I crazy? Oh, is he injured? Oh. Did I just not look at centers at all? Guess I didn't. I don't know. Brings it down to 0 though. I kind of want Johnny T on the second one. Although we have eggs to put over there, but he's going to be going to the net. Johnny works there. I think Johnny is better on face-offs. 88 than Days? What's Days at? Yeah, they're the same. Doesn't matter. Let's switch these two, I think, in case they toss Days. I don't know if they'd send Johnny in there. Aggressive I'm okay with. Alright, second power play unit. Johnny needs to come off. Lucius we can do instead of Colangelo. I want to put eggs in the front. And Johnny's on the other one, so he's got to come off. Johnny fits so well. Does he fit it well on the first one, though? He does. That's okay. We're gonna do this. We have. Oh, I wanted Line A as our shooter on the second one, so we can do Lucius and Line A. And in the back here, let's put. That's where we'll put Patty Kane. Because we need a distributor. Okay. So the distributor is going to be Kane. Finisher is going to be Line A. Puck carrier. I guess we'll go with Rorius. Normal. Eggs should be taking the face-offs. All of this guy gets blown out of the water immediately as everybody gets injured that I've just sorted out, you know. We're gonna do Line A here, Lucius. Switch with Kane. Alright. I think we're good there. Okay, let's see how the power play does for a bit. Alright, let's sim against the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're a pretty good team, it seems. Minus Johnny T, who's now a Hamilton Ogre. But Denisenko scores immediately. Well, within the first 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes, somewhere in there. Domi, power play goal. Goodness. We only have 3 shots. That's not good. Power play for the Leafs. Nothing doing on that one. Second period, we got to get some shots. Goodness. Like, fire it up, guys. Days puts one in. 2-1 for the Leafs. Austin Matthews is a Leaf. Scored a power play goal. Nothing on the power play for us. All that rejigging. Nothing happened. Unfortunate. You know. Alright. Third period. Well, power play for the Leafs, nothing, dude. Eggs power play goal, although from the circle. I expected him to be in front, but that's okay. Whatever works. Not gonna argue. We still need one more back. There you go. Lowry puts one in, ties it up. 5 minutes left. Power play for the Leafs. We killed that off. Minute left. Alright, OT again. OT time. Well, Topi Niemola scores for the Leafs in OT. Unfortunate. Get the loser point. Topi Niemola for a star. David Kampf 2 assists. Denisenko 1. They didn't even throw us a bone in that. Goodness. Didn't even throw us a bone. It's terrible. It's terrible. Alright, well, we're 5-3-3. Not great. Not bad, not great. Better than last year? I can say that. Villeneuve and Berboulet for 2-6. I don't really want to do that. Those are better players than I'll ever get for a 6th rounder, and I don't really want to, you know. I don't want to just jettison them for no reason. Alright. We got Montreal coming up. Let's go to Montreal. Lalonde is out, buddy. That's unfortunate. I guess we move Lucius up for a little bit. Lucius is kind of our guy that can go up and down in the lineup. Alright. As for our... I think he was on one of the power play units. I think the second one? Yeah, you definitely don't want Turcotte on there. Let's put Lucius back on the power play there. That's fine. And that will be sub for Lalonde when he comes back, which is okay. Oh, that would be now. That didn't take long. Didn't take long at all. Okay. Lalonde, yes. How's Patty Kane doing? 3 assists. What he should be doing, really. Alright, well, we're in June. Seems good. Seems accurate calendar. I don't know what the calendar does. Nobody really knows. I wish they would fix that, but it never happens. Yeah, I think we just put Walzer in on the 3rd pairing here. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good. I do want to take a look at our penalty kill just for a minute. That looks fine to me. Whitecloud and Walzer. Maybe though. I think we put Rorius here. Yes. Will Carlo fit here? Yes, I think we do that. Those guys are fine. Actually, I would like T-Bone? Does T-Bone fit on the 2nd pairing? Does not. We'll go with Walzer. Walzer and Whitecloud is fine. And then this will be T-Bone. T-Bone and Joseph? Yeah, okay. Carlo is back up to an 86. So last year, when Carlo was having a tough time, he was down to like an 81, right? And that was mostly because of team performance. So there is an argument when they're unhappy to get rid of them and so on. But our team was so bad that everybody was unhappy. And we have Carlo for 2 more years. He's got no move and modified no trade. So he would have been harder to move if we wanted to, and we would have got like nothing for him. So we stuck with him. He's back up to an 86. He's happy, and I'm good with that. I'm glad we rode out the storm, because sometimes it's worthwhile for certain players. Because I knew he would go back up if we didn't suck. Like, it's true of anybody. But it's just getting through that, him being disgruntled and not playing up to his full potential is the hard part. Because it seems like a domino effect, right? Alright. 7-7-3. I was hoping we'd be doing a little better than this, but we'll see. Oh, I didn't want to play the game. Whoops! Let's back up. I just wanted to sim the game. Alright. Yeah, we do against Montreal. Montreal! McMuffin puts one in Kakinen. Power play goal from the circle. I wonder if that was like right off the face-off. Beck scores on Snackard. Misa scores 3-1 Montreal. McMuffin gets one back, 3-2 for Montreal still. All right. I feel like we kind of shot out of a cannon at the start of the season, and maybe things are slowing down. I don't know. Heineman scores 4-2. Not looking to like there's too much life in us, is there? Johnny gets one back, but it's too little too late. 4-3 for Montreal. 3 stars. Eggs gets up there with 2 goals. Tyson Jost and then Heineman. I mean, maybe I tinkered with the power play too much. But I don't think we're getting too many power plays. I don't know. We'll see how things work themselves out. We don't really have much going on in December here. Let's get ahead to Buffalo. Now we're like in a losing record. Kind of a solid losing streak there. Goodness. Okay, something's up. Something is up. All right. No, I don't want Kakiniemi. Okay, let's hit the blender, because I don't know. Let's talk to him. Game plan. He is an offensive-minded coach. Do I tell him to do more of a teaching style? Because right now he's an offensive coach. He's not a defensive coach at all. We could go physical, and we could see if like we can utilize the big bodies that we have. The teacher style is very convincing for persuasion, because we're so young. So maybe that's the way to go, is to get our coach to teach a little more, and see if we can bring up our young guys. Let's try it. All right. Let's see if that adjusts it, because we're We're sinking fast. Like, that was a lot of losses in a row. We went from about 500 to down like 7 games. Alright, let's take a look at our lines and see if that affected it. That helped with the third line. Johnny is still sort of sinking, but he's best on the second line still. Tolvanen? Second line. Line A is good on the first. I don't really want to move these guys off the first line, because, like, they're... I mean... I could put HB at center on the second line. Put line A on the first. How would that look? Well, let's try that. I think Patty Kane is done. Larson's up to an 82. I think I'd like to bring Jaeger up. They're kind of the same. Let's go with Jaeger. Adam Larson's doing okay. Okay. Who is better there, White Cloud? I don't think it matters. White Cloud. I think Larson is a little better. I'm gonna see if I can deal White Cloud. I'm gonna have to take salary back. I don't have a choice. But I would like to see if I can get somebody with less term. Samuelson has 2 years. I don't really want this guy. Maybe they have to deal for space? I don't know. I'd rather have like a draft pick. Even if it's like a 5th or something. I don't think a 5th is worth it. I think that's like even... Sweeten it just a touch. Okay. Why was I taking the other guy? If he's not even worth the 7th rounder? Okay. Let's... Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I will take Brent Burns for $9 million for 1 year. Just double check his contract. Yep, we're good. That's stellar. Done. Okay. Then Brent Burns is our 7th. Fine with that. Good. All right. Let's see if that changed our situation a little bit. Let's go ahead to Buffalo, I think. All right. Didn't immediately change it, but you know. I don't think Corbusello was out, so let's keep going. There we go. We got a win. 3-2 loss. Oh boy. Okay, HB's out. Johnny goes back to the middle. You know what? We're gonna give her the old. I might want to keep Pospisil, Lowry, and Lalonde, but we're gonna do head coach preferred for the moment. Is this better? Yes. Okay. Who scratched? Colangelo, Bolton, and Burns. That's fine. Very good. Okay, I'm happy with that. The power play got reset, but you know what? I'm not broken up about it. It wasn't doing much, so let's put Johnny here. Finisher is Johnny. Let's make a line A. Yeah. Lowry works in front. Finisher will make it Lucius. Distributor. T-Bone is fine. There we go. I feel like Holmberg should not be on this unit. Who are we missing from the big ones? Days, Johnny, McMahon, Tolvanen, they're all pretty much the first 2 lines. Okay, yeah, we'll just go with that. Okay. Oh, were you... What about his percentage fit with the team? Are you talking about the coach? Sorry, I missed that, Al. Put Burns in. I don't know what the calendar's doing. Okay, we're at Buffalo. How are we doing? 9-17-7. Okay, let me double check that. Coach. Staff chemistry's at 80. Oh, that's the 64%. Not bad. Not what I wanted. Rory, what are you doing? Alright. 64%. It's not going to show me that for the other coaches. Until I get to the A, maybe. That's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Alright. We have a grudge match against Buffalo. Huh? Yes, Rory. Alright. Crank her up to 8 times. Let's go. Turka puts one in on Packard. Was that the first shot? That was great. Love when that happens. Johnny T puts one in on Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Or UPL. Alright, 1-1 after 1. Nothing crazy. Quinn scores on Snack. 2-1. Power play. 5-on-3. Nothing happened. We got more. We're getting more shots on. That's a positive, at least. We just need to be putting more pucks in. That's the other side of it. Pospisil gets one. That third line has been great. Alright. Third line. Third period. Maybe third line. I don't know. Power play. Again, a whole lot of nothing. Power play has not been good. Lowry gets one. 3-2. The shots are looking better, though. Alright. 3-2 victory over Buffalo. Very nice. 3 stars. Lowry 1-1. Snack. 24 stops. And Joseph with 2 assists. Good stuff. I'll take it. I'll take the win. One thing I would like to check is our contractual situation. And one young Rorius Vineyard here. What would you like, sir? What are you looking at? 5 years at 9. 5 years at 9. I think a 6th year does not do well for that. I'm okay with 5 years at 9.5. It's pretty reasonable. I mean, we'd be paying the man when he's 25, which is fine. I think we just do it. Done. He's extended. Good. Good. So now we have eggs forever at 4 or 5, which is fantastic. And we have both T-Bone and Rorius extended at 9.3 and 8.5. And HB at 8.5 and Rorius at 9.3. And like HB is until forever and a day. Good. And we'll have plenty of cap space next year because we got all these older guys that are going off, so. Especially Pontus Holmberg for 11 million. Gosh. Who made that contract? All right. Okay. Well, good win versus Buffalo. I think we sim one more game. One or two more, depending on if it's Toronto. Yeah, Toronto and Ottawa's here. Let's do those. Let's do those, and then we'll make our run to the trade deadline. Trade deadline this year. Now, what I'm gonna do here. I don't want to disrupt the first line, so we're gonna do. We're gonna put HB on the second line as center. How is he on face-offs? I forget. 71. Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we put Johnny T here. And honestly, I don't really care about Pontus Holberg, so he was really just making sure that our cap hits didn't get all messed up. That's all he was there for. Power play. Okay with that. Second power play. Also okay with that. Finisher, yeah, Johnny's fine. Everybody else is just kind of there. Okay. Go forth. Owner's still happy, so even though our record is kind of meh, you know. The walls are back in. Brent Burns is a 78. That's kind of perfect. I know his contract is a boat anchor, but I don't care. That's fine. It's not a long-term boat anchor. It's just this year. Second and Villeneuve for Kotkaniemi, a third and a fifth. No, thank you. A win, a loss, and a loss. Well, 12-21 and 7 versus the 17-21 and 2 Senators. Should go okay, I think. This is one of our promotional nights. People are getting a bobblehead, I think. Could be a bobblehead. I don't know. Maybe this was like the pucks or something. Stützle puts one in. First 5 minutes. At least it wasn't the first minute this time, you know. Batherson puts one in on Snack. 2-0. Power play for us. Nothing doing. As per usual. Power play, kind of anemic. Alright. Second period. Lalonde puts one in on Sogard. Good stuff. That third line is clicking. 5-on-3. We got some shots, but we didn't do anything about it. Batherson puts one in, 3-1. End of the second. Third period. Shots are 25-20. Patrick Laine puts in a power play goal. Thank goodness. There we go. Patrick Laine puts in another one. Another power play. Nothing doing. 34 shots on, though. I would take the overtime. Looks like we're getting it. Loser point for everybody. Nothing happens in OT. Shootout. Days and Tolvanen for the win. Good stuff. Let's look at the 3 stars. Batherson, for some reason, gets first star, even though we won. Excuse me. Patrick Laine scored 2 as well. I think he should have been up there. It was the 3 hits that made the difference, apparently. Stützle 1-1 and 4 hits. Well, you know. I'll take the win, though. We'll take the win. All right, Toronto. Do Toronto. Toronto's 31-10-0. What? 31-10-0. Goodness. Well, hopefully this is one of those games where they play down to their opponents. The ones that you watch and you're just infinitely frustrated because for some reason they can't, you know, defeat a team they should defeat. Willie puts one in. William Nylander. Torpchenko puts one in. Didn't even know he was there, but that's fine. Willie gets another one. It's not looking good. This is not them playing down. Brendan Carlo gets one on Joseph Wall. Good blast from just above the circle there. Zadorov, noted Toronto Maple Leaf, puts one in on Korpisalo. 4-1 Leafs, halfway through the game. We only have 12 shots. Julio Yarvi, also the Toronto Maple Leafs, okay. I think he made his way back in the NHL. I think he was playing for the Panthers the other night. Willie, Hattie, he gets the hat trick. David Camp puts one in, 7-1. It's only the end of the second period. Hold on. Austin Matthews puts one in, 8-1. Lawson Krause also is a Leaf, apparently, 9-1. Gosh. Austin Matthews gets another one, 10-1. 10-1. 11-1. Mitch gets in on the action. Mitchard Marner. Oh, Lord. Adam Larson stops the bleeding. The horrible, horrible bleeding. Wow. Well, you know your team is not in the upper echelons of the NHL when you get just absolutely obliterated by those guys. 3 goals, 1 assist for Willie. Matthews 2-1. Domi 4 assists. Had stat night for the Toronto Maple Leafs. At least nobody got 10. At least nobody got 10 points. Wow, that's horrific. Great way to end it, by the way. That's a fantastic way to end it. Let's just go to next week and hope we actually win a game. We got nuked. Tampa Bay fired their head coach. Okay. Well, we're facing them this week. They really want to trade us Kakanyemi. I don't think so. I don't think so. We have Johnny T, excuse me. A loss to San Jose. A loss to the Tampa Bay Lightning, who just fired their coach. Oh, boy. Okay. Well. It's not like Snack's doing awful. He's got a 903. I would like it if it'd be closer to a 910, but, you know. Okay. Well, that was a humbling situation with the Toronto Maple Leafs there that I care not to repeat in my lifetime. But, say lovey. We'll see what happens. Thursday evening, about 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, because that's the correct time zone. Cal and I will be playing Super Mega Baseball 4 franchise mode together. A lot of custom players. Mine's in there. Cal's is in there. I don't know. All day in Central, I guess. But here in the correct time zone of North America, Eastern, it'll be probably about 7:30ish. Anyway, we'll see you then. I'll be online then. Same thing Saturday again for more hockey franchise mode. But franchise mode happening all week long. Not all week long, but Thursday and Saturday. But that's the focus. Just baseball on Thursday, more hockey on Saturday. As for this Saturday, you all have yourself a good one. And I'll talk to you later. Have a good one, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate every minute you spend with me. And I'll see you in the future. Bye for now.